Guys, I used to be a fucking Jeffrey. Like, what the fuck is this potato doing with his life? I wish I can go back and beat the shit out of this pussy, cause goddamn bro, this is atrocious. The good news is, this is me now. Yeah, I'm a hard motherfucker, but it took me 6 months of hell to get here. This journey wasn't your typical sunshines and rainbows. It was fucked up. I mean, I literally saw the devil through temptation, pleasures, and self-doubt. I saw how powerful the devil can be because I had to go to war to conquer my inner demons. The reason I'm telling you all this is because this shit isn't a joke. It doesn't take 7 fucking days to fix your life after being a complete degenerate for years. This was some type of shit I had to go through. But thanks to Hamza and his 5 principles of Adonis, I was able to overcome the last 6 months of my life. Here are 5 principles that took me from Jeffrey to Adonis. Principle number 1, ego is the enemy, humility is the medicine. When you look at Hamza's environment, it's surrounded by notes, goals, and aspirations that remind him of humility and what it takes to reach your dreams. Your ego is always working against you to keep you down and only limits your growth. So the first thing you have to do is accept the truth. What does this mean? Write down your biggest insecurities, weaknesses, and shit that you just hate about yourself. This is what mine looked like 6 months ago. Next, you need to reread these things every single day to have the humility to improve your life. That way, when you see some progress, you don't be a complete fucking idiot and just go back to being a Jeffrey. I personally use my bathroom mirror, which I call my accountability mirror, to remind myself every single day of my biggest insecurities. Next to your insecurities, you're gonna write down micro habits and small steps that you can take to overcome these truths about yourself. For example, if you're overweight, then just write how you're gonna run 1 kilometer a week. The last 2 things that you must do for this principle of humility is write down a list of reminders on why you're doing all of this. That way, when you don't feel like doing the work one day, these reasons should help you to actually do the work. So if you have more reasons, the better. Because if you write down 100 reasons and one of them don't convince you to do the work, maybe the other 99 will. And this is my personal secret to consistency, and I'm sure Hamza does the same thing from all the videos I've watched from him. Lastly, you're going to write all your goals and dreams that you want to accomplish in your life. If you're using a mirror like me, you're going to put this on the far right side of that mirror. So remember, on your self-improvement journey, your ego is going to work against you every single day, especially as you see improvements. Don't be egotistical. Don't let it get to your head. Have the humility to put yourself down to do the nitty-gritty work every single day, because that's what it takes. Principle number 2, conquer your inner Jeffrey by prioritizing discipline above anything else.
So you guys know me as that calm, peaceful stoic online. Well, you know what? Fuck that. Sometimes a motherfucker needs to get hard out here. You think we're out here running miles being calm and peaceful? Sometimes you gotta fight with these demons in you and get after it.
War is not gonna be easy. You're gonna suffer and fucking cry. I remember when I ran half a marathon, I cried out so fucking much from the emotional and physical pain from that run. So this shit's not a joke, guys. When I say war, I mean your life is on the line. Because if you accept defeat, that means you're accepting that you're gonna live like the weakest version of yourself for the rest of your fucking life. I'd rather die than go back to how I lived before. So take this war seriously and prepare for it. Just like a video game character who trains in an arena, you're gonna pick your arena that you're gonna train in. For me, it was the local park, my boxing gym, and the soccer pitch. Dedicate your discipline towards a training program that is sustainable. And remember, I said sustainable. So don't be a fucking idiot and work out 7 days a week starting tomorrow. This is when you design a training routine that makes the most sense to you. So for me, I chose to play soccer once a week. I went on a run once a week, and I would weightlift or hit the boxing gym once a week. So only exercise 3 times a week. That's what I would do. Progressively overload what your mind and body gets used to. So once I got used to training 3 times a week for a month, I added 1 more exercises, making it 4. And then I would add another training day after 2 weeks, and so on. 6 months later, I weight trained 5 times a week. I climb once a week, which is a new bouldering activity that I picked up. I play soccer once a week, and I box once a week. So yeah, I train 7 days a week, sometimes twice a day. But it took a long time to get to this process. So again, don't be an idiot and do this tomorrow. So remember, for discipline, please don't try to shortcut it, because I've tried every fad diet and every training program, and I've only gained the weight back, because there's no such thing in shortcuts or magic pills in life. This is a long journey that you have to dedicate your life to. Principle 3, amplify your presence. Presence is your ability to bring a wandering mind back to reality, stay focused on work, and destroy anxiety and depression. Amplifying presence means deepening your connections with people, how you influence others and make people think. It's kind of like being able to enter a flow state anytime you want. Have you ever played a sport and everything just seems to come second nature to you? That's kind of what a flow state is like. I know Hamza practices presence by meditating, spending time alone in nature, and spending time with his mom and family. In order to amplify presence, you're gonna have to sacrifice short-term pleasure like video games, TV shows, masturbation, and replace them with spending your free time with your closest family, friends, and relationship. You'll actually notice a difference after 1 month of giving up short-term pleasure and spending free time with your family and friends, trust me. Secondly, as annoying as this is, you need to meditate 5 minutes a day. If you guys don't like meditation, you're more religious, then you have to pray at least once a day. And if you can't even do this for 5 minutes of your day, then you need to be doing it for 10 minutes of your day, because you, my friend, have a focus issue. One effective way that I meditated was just being alone in nature in my own thoughts. I felt like being in solitude gave me solutions to my problems. So that's something you can try. And you know what's crazy? 4 months of meditating led me to just naturally start praying to God, even though I was never religious or I never felt like I had a connection to God. So it's crazy what mindfulness, presence, meditation, all these cool things can lead you to. Principle number 4, the formula for inner happiness is gratitude. Hamza says suffering causes growth only if you're grateful. What Hamza means by this is that there's no point of doing this journey if you're not grateful, because it takes you appreciating life and where you are now to get to a better place in the future. Be grateful that you're suffering and that life is tough, because this toughness will lead you to prosperity. The most important thing for gratitude is journaling. I don't care what anyone says, and I know Hamza does this every single day. Journaling is personally the best habit I have acquired in my life. Guys, I don't care if you're saying this is feminine, I don't care if you're saying this is whack. Get your fucking piece of paper and pen and start fucking journaling. What does that mean? It means just write down anything that's on your mind. If you feel emotional, write down your emotions. If you feel you want to write something that you're grateful for, write that down. Take 2 to 5 minutes of your day to just write down on a piece of paper, and I promise you, you will get better. You will see after a month some amazing results after journaling. Secondly, you need to go on walks and just be alone in your thoughts and just look to like the sky and listen to the birds and look at the trees and the plants and have some appreciation for nature. So walking will clear your mind and make you declutter any emotions you have in your head at the time. Next is self-belief. I know Hamza talks about this all the time and it's so important. He mentions this analogy where 2 groups of people were given a milkshake, and one group of people were told that the milkshake was healthy and will make them lose more weight, and the other group were told that it's not healthy or it won't make them lose any weight. It was just like a normal milkshake. And the group that were told that was healthy actually lost a lot more weight than the other group, but the thing is they were given the exact same milkshake. So if you believe in yourself every day that doing these micro habits and little steps will lead to prosperity, peace, and serenity, then you will actually get there. I used to personally think just because of my genetics I'll never be healthy or get into a nice lean muscle mass type of body, but as soon as I gave up that false belief and believed that I can build muscle mass and eat healthy and look really good, I actually started to do it after a couple months, and I'm so proud of that. Principle number 5, Adonis, in the form of leadership. You can't be a leader unless you cultivate the 4 previous principles I just talked about. Now, this is where you become a teacher and show the youngins guidance, direction, and you actually have some influence on people. When people see that you have such great discipline, humility, presence, and gratitude, they will actually just be more attracted to you and your personality, because you come off more of a leader because you kind of have your shit together. The most important thing about leadership is that you need the 4 other principles that complement each other, which means there's no point of having discipline if it's going to lead to an egotistical, malicious intent. Presence means nothing if you have no gratitude, and having humility means nothing if you don't have the actual discipline to show for it. So remember that you need all 4 principles to complement each other, because with one missing ingredient, you're missing one piece of the puzzle. So I hope I was able to convey Hamza's principles in a way that you can apply today. So if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, and I promise I'll give you my very best every week I post on here. Thank you for watching. Until next time.